Welcome to our new series, Work Ethics. This is Rosa, the founder of Teaching for Success. In this new series of podcasts, we'll be outlining key principles and expectations for educators, emphasizing the importance of professionalism, ethics, and dedication to their role in the classroom and school community. In today's podcast, we will focus on impartiality. Educators are expected to demonstrate impartiality in all interactions with both students and other stakeholders in their school community or learning institution. This includes maintaining confidentiality when necessary, when a student is not going to be in harm's way. So if you know that a student has shared information that indicates that they could be facing danger or harm, or they are not safe, or someone is not safe, then it's okay to break confidentiality then. But overall, generally, should let all students know that, if there is something that deems them to be unsafe or need protection, then it is your duty as an educator to report to the appropriate authority, not to get them into trouble, but to get them the help and support they need. Avoid gaining personally from your relationships with your students. Okay, there's a line that you need to draw of professionalism in the way you interact with students and their parents. Growing up, we used to have teachers who would ask for favors, money, medication, foodstuffs from parents, and the parents who provided those things would always have their children favored by the teachers, and the teachers would spend more time focusing and supporting those parents, those students whose parents had supported them, which is very, very unfair and crossing professional boundaries. So we need to avoid that at all costs. So to further emphasize the importance of impartiality in the classroom and avoid showing favoritism, here are some strategies that I'd like to share with you. First of all, get to know your students individually. Make an effort to understand their strengths, weaknesses, learning styles by interacting with them through conversation, observation, and also observing how they perform academically. This will help you tailor your teaching to meet their individual needs. And remember that we use student strengths to build up their weaknesses. And if you identify their weaknesses, you're able to build up their strengths. So never underestimate what you may learn about a student through conversation. Conversation shouldn't only focus on academics, but also on getting to know your students' interests like sports, music, favorite books, favorite foods, home dynamics, friends, struggles. And these are things that will help you clue into your students and direct your teaching pathway for them. Always make an effort to observe your students, especially how they interact with their peers, with teachers, their attitude towards their work, and their emotional well-being. This will help you better support them. Use varied assessment methods. Please avoid just paper pencil assessments. Okay? Avoid relying solely on one type of assessment. Use a variety of methods such as observation, written assignments, group projects, oral presentations. Use technology to give every student a chance to excel in their own way. This way, you're able to fairly assess your students based on their varied learning styles by differentiating your assessments. Okay? So, provide constructive feedback. The days of good, excellent, well done, great, fair, keep persevering are gone. What do these comments mean? Always make sure that you're providing descriptive feedback, not one-word feedback. When your student gets their work back and they look at your feedback, they should be able to tell not just where they went wrong, but how to correct their mistakes. Not just how well they did, but what exactly they did well in, how exactly they did well, and where do they take that to improve and even do better. Okay, so focus on specific and actionable advice. Your comments should be advice that is actionable by the student that will help them improve. Okay, if I put excellent, is that going to help me improve? Do I know what to improve in? If I got a 9 out of 10 and you said well done, how is that going to help me improve? Okay, I want to be able to look at my work as a student and say, okay, I got this wrong, this is where I went wrong, or these are some questions that my teacher is asking me. What step did I take? Why did I use this strategy as opposed to the other strategy? To get your student thinking when they read through their work, when they get it back, okay, so that they can use the feedback that you give them to improve on their learning. Promote classroom inclusivity. Create a classroom environment where all students feel safe and valued. Please, instructors, we want to do away from disrespecting students, abusing students, making students feel stupid. We need to stop all of that. We need to respect our students. We need to know that students come to school or to university or to a secondary school or a college to learn. If they knew everything, they wouldn't be in school, and there wouldn't be any reason for them to be in school learning. So don't expect them to know everything. They're there to learn, and you are there to teach them so that they know all that they need to know at that stage of learning. Okay, so encourage classroom environments where students feel safe to be able to ask questions. They are not shy. They know that you're not going to make them feel foolish because they've given a wrong answer, but you can ask them questions to promote a growth mindset instead of a fixed mindset, right? A growth mindset says that, I learn from my mistakes, and it's okay to make mistakes if I'm going to learn from them. And we all make mistakes. A fixed mindset is someone who's saying, you know what, there's something really, really wrong in making mistakes. Some people are born clever, and it doesn't matter how hard you work, you'll never do any better. That's someone with a fixed mindset. So we want to help our students have a growth mindset. So encourage peer support, collaboration, want student-centered learning, address any incidents of bullying, and please, teachers and educators, stop being the bullies in classroom environment. Classroom environment need to be safe. Excluding students, discriminating against students is wrong. Self-reflect and check your own biases towards your students. Encourage student participation and give every student the opportunity to participate in class discussions, answer questions, and share their ideas. Okay, you're not going to do that or be able to do that, have students participate, when they don't feel safe to participate, when they know that if they get an answer wrong, you're going to ridicule them, you're going to make them feel foolish. Okay, so you can achieve this by using strategies like cold calling. Someone doesn't have to put up their hand in order for you to ask them a question, right? Or employing technology or tracking participation. When someone gives a wrong answer, don't just say, it's wrong. Okay, next person. Find out, why did they use that strategy? Why are they wrong? Why do they think the way that they do? Have that discussion with the student. Okay, and that will support them better by just saying, yeah, this answer is right. Yeah, this answer is wrong. Learning is not about answers. It's about the process that you partake in to get to that answer. Okay, maintain consistency in your expectations and classroom management. Okay, that is very essential. Ensure that your classroom rules and consequences are applied uniformly to all students. So don't show partiality, right? Some students face consequences for one thing, and others you just ignore it. Seek guidance and feedback. If you are unsure of whether you're showing favoritism Whether you have biases, seek input from your colleagues, from your mentors, and from your administrators. Hopefully, they can offer fresh perspective and suggestions for your own improvement. Lastly, reflect on your own teaching practices and interactions with students. Are there patterns of behavior or subtle biases that you need to address that you have towards your colleagues or towards your students? Some teachers are in competition with other teachers, right? Don't be in competition. You're working together as a community, as a unit. You should be supporting each other, not competing with each other. Okay? Be self-aware, because that is the key to improvement. So by consistently practicing these strategies that I've just talked about, hopefully you can create a more equitable and inclusive learning environment, whether you're in a primary school, secondary school, or tertiary institution, where all students have an equal chance to succeed and most especially to feel valued, like a valued member of their school community. So I hope that you've learned something from what we've shared today. We will continue this series on work ethics with various topics. So tune in next time and listen in to how you can improve your work ethics in the education system, in your learning environment, whether it's primary, secondary, or a tertiary institution.